journeys, your good 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 journeys.
Now I want to do a breathing experiment before we begin. I'd like everyone to breathe in and out of their mouth. And as you breathe in and out of your mouth, let your breath be shallow in your chest so you could feel your chest moving a little bit. Almost like you went up a couple flights of steps. Little sounds. Even a little heavier. And just notice how it feels to breathe like that, in and out your mouth, feeling your chest move. Good. All right, now, just for an experiment, I'd like you to close your mouth and breathe in and out of your nose. As you breathe in and out of your nose, let your belly get big and small, so your chest is hardly moving at all, and there's no sound in your breath. It may take a few breaths to transition from mouth breathing to nose breathing, which is deep in your belly. But take a few breaths and notice how that makes you feel. Good. Would anybody like to share how that makes you feel? Anybody? Yes, Billy.
More relaxed.
Okay.
Calm.
Right. When we breathe in and out our nose and deep in our belly, our whole nervous system relaxes.
So this is how we're going to breathe in yoga. And I'd like us all to practice with balloon breathing. So let's go ahead and turn around, bring your legs to the back of your mat, lay on your back, and as you lay on your back, put your hands on your belly.
As you breathe in, feel your belly get big.
Like it's a balloon rising up into your hands. And as you breathe out, feel your belly relax and fall, like all the air is being let out of a balloon. Breathing in and out of your nose and just feeling your belly get big as you breathe in, rising up into your hands. And falling and relaxing as you breathe out. Good. So you're not pushing your belly up using your abdominal muscles. It's just a natural expansion as you're breathing deeply and diaphragmatically. A great way to help your breath deepen is a twist. So let's begin our class with a twist. Bend your knees and place your feet on the floor. Open your arms out to your side in a T and let your palms face down. Drop your knees to the right. And as you drop your knees to the right, look to the left. Keep breathing in and out of your nose. Good. And let there be no pause in your breath. Good. Turn your head to the center. Come out one leg at a time. And then relax your legs to the left and look to the right. This is unwinding through your entire spine. Take one more deep breath in and out of your nose. Good. Bring your head back to the center. Come out one leg at a time. And roll all the way over to your right side now. Bring your arms in front of you and push yourself up. Now let's come onto your hands and your knees for the cat pose. Open your knees so you're in the table position. And as you're ready, breathe in and out of your nose. And as you breathe in, let your belly drop down and look up. And as you breathe out, round your back like a wicked cat on Halloween and look between your legs. Just imagine there's a string on your belly button, and as you breathe out, pull your belly button towards the ceiling, look between your legs, and as you breathe in, drop your belly down and look up to the ceiling. Good, keep moving with your breath. This is a great warm-up for your spine. Wonderful. After your next inhalation, I'd like you to sit back into child's pose. So sink your hips down to your heels.
and let the back of your hands rest down by your feet. Breathe in and out of your nose.
And feel your lower back getting big as you breathe in and small as you breathe out. Great. If your forehead doesn't reach the floor, I'd like you to put one fist on top of the other and let your forehead rest on your fist. And that way, just move your hair, your forehead is resting on your fists. And you could relax the back of your neck. Otherwise, just let the back of your hands rest down by your feet. As you're ready, curl your toes underneath, walk yourself up using just your hands, and come into a little squat. You could open your feet up as wide as you'd like, so you could flatten your feet out as much as is comfortable. And then we're going to raise our hips up in the air and then hang like a rag doll. So let your arms hang and straighten your legs and let your head relax. Nod yes and no. Good. And now bend your knees, and I want you to roll up slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae. Even walk your hands up your legs if you'd like. Once you roll your shoulders over your hips, roll up through every vertebrae in your neck and take a deep breath. Stand nice and tall, pressing your feet into the floor and stretching through the crown of your head. Good. Let your toes point forward. Bring your hands to your hips and imagine you have a giant magic marker on your tailbone. And then I want you to just make a circle on the floor with that magic marker. Wonderful. And now change directions. Good. And make your circles smaller and smaller until you're all the way back at the center. Now bring your arms above your head like you're holding a giant magic marker that could reach the ceiling. And we're going to make a circle on the ceiling with that magic marker. Good. Keep breathing. And next time you're bent forward, change directions. Good. With your next exhalation, just let your arms float down by your side. And then become as still as you can for the mountain pose. Press your feet into the floor. Stretch up to the sky with the crown of your head and breathe in and out of your nose. We're going to begin with the triangle pose. Press your feet into the floor. Stretch up to the top of the sky with your head. And as you're ready, shake your left foot and bring your left foot all the way back. Good. Wonderful. Now turn your body towards the left side of the room. So your right toes are pointed forward on the mat. Bring your left heel back slightly to the back of your mat. Open your arms out to your side. Good. And we're going to make a triangle. So tip to the right. And as you tip to the right, look up to your left hand. Good. Keep breathing in and out of your nose. Press your left foot into the floor. And with your next inhalation, come all the way back up. Good. Lower your arms and press off your back foot and come to the top of your mat. Wonderful. Now we'll go to the other side. Shake your right foot and then take a large step back with your right foot. Turn your body to the right. Open your arms out to your side. Now press your feet into the floor so deeply that it feels like you're going to tear your mat apart. And now keep pressing your feet into the floor with that much strength as you tip to the left. Look up to your right hand and breathe. You'll come up just a little bit. Imagine there's a pane of glass behind you. Good. And keep breathing. Wonderful. And look up to your right hand if that's comfortable. Good. As you're ready, lift up, come back to the center, and lower your arms. Push off your back foot and step to the top of your mat. Breathe in and out of your nose in mountain pose. I want you to imagine that on top of this mountain is a beautiful tree. Imagine of roots running down through the bottoms of your feet, running deep into the earth. Maybe those roots are intertwining underneath rock or underground rivers, and those roots are so strong and stable that they're going to hold you in place. Good. Shift your weight to your left foot. Bend your right knee. Now open your knee out to your side and put your foot wherever you'd like, either your toes on the floor, your foot on your calf, or all the way up to your thigh. Bring your hands to your heart center. Look at a spot ahead of you that's not going to move. And if you'd like, stretch your branches, your arms up to the sky and breathe, opening your heart to the sky. And as you're ready, lower your arms down and lower your foot down. Wonderful. When you're ready, shift your weight to your right foot. Be aware of your center. Press your right foot into the floor. Bend your left knee. Open your knee out to the side. You could bring your foot anywhere you'd like, but bring your hands to your heart, and as your roots press into the earth, raise your branches up to the sky and breathe in and out of your nose. Stretch up a bit more. Press your roots a bit more into the earth. Great. And as you're ready, relax your arms down and relax your foot and stand in that strong mountain pose. Wonderful.
As you're ready, let's come back down onto our mats, lying on your back.
And then just draw your knees to your chest. And if you'd like, you could hold over your shins or hold your ankles and rock from left to right just a little bit to massage your lower back. And then let's end with one more twist. Open your arms out to your side in a T. Drop your legs to the right and look to the left. And see if you notice any difference in your breath as you let your belly get big and small. Good. And then bring your head back to the center and come out one leg at a time. Draw both knees to your chest again. Opening your arms out to your side. Dropping your legs to the left and looking to the right. Good. And keep breathing in and out of your nose. Good. Take one more deep, full breath. And then bring your head to the center and come out one leg at a time. Draw your knees to your chest one more time. Place your feet on the floor. Bend your knees. Roll to your side, whatever side you'd like, and push yourself up using just your arms and your hands. So there's a few choices that we get to choose from for the final relaxation. Traditionally, lying down on your back with your arms open out to your side is how you lie for the final relaxation. Or we could do some restorative poses. If you have a blanket, you could roll it up, and it has to be a firm blanket. And then I want you to roll all the way over so you're on top of this. And it's up along your spine.
This was good.
And then for this one, you want to have your knees bent and your feet on the floor. And have your knees touching and your feet wide. Good. And again, your arms are open out to your side. How does that feel?
I like it.
Yeah? If you don't have a blanket, you could always use a yoga mat. How does that feel? Your hips could be on the floor or off the floor.
Or you could use a chair to elevate your legs.
So these are some of the restorative poses that you could choose from. And if you're at home, you could be creative with what you use to prop yourself up with. It would be fantastic whenever you need to unwind to use a restorative pose. So maybe after school, after a long day, especially if you're tired or you really need to relax.
So take your time, and if you'd like, choose a restorative pose for the final relaxation today. Use cushions, a rolled up mat or a blanket, or maybe even a chair or your couch to prop your legs up into.
Raising your feet improves your circulation of your legs, but having your legs in a chair like this, or if you're at home, you could just put your legs up into a couch or a recliner, releases any pressure that you might have in your lower back. This is actually great to use in the classroom. A lot of teachers will actually let the kids lie on the floor and put their legs in the chair, do a few minutes of deep diaphragmatic breathing, calms everybody down, and it helps them be more learning ready.
You may even want to use an eye pillow or a rolled up towel over your eyes. But as you're ready,
let your arms open out by your sides. Let your palms face up. And if it's comfortable, close your eyes. Breathe in and out of your nose. And feel your belly rise up as you breathe in and fall and relax as you breathe out. Let your body relax into the floor. Bring your attention to the top of your head. Relax the top and the sides and the back of your head. Relax your forehead, around your eyes. Even relax your eyelids. Soften your nose and your cheeks, your lips and your mouth. And even let your back teeth move away from one another, softening your jaw. Relax down your neck and in through your chest, shoulders, and your upper back. As you continue to breathe, relax all the way down your arms and out through your hands and fingers. And then relax down your spine, softening all the muscles along your back, through the sides of your body and even your belly. Relax through your hips, soften your upper legs and your knees, and even your lower legs, through your ankles and into your feet and your toes. Let your attention rest at the tips of your toes as you follow your breath, feeling your belly get big as you breathe in and small as you breathe out.
now bring your attention from the tips of your toes up into your ankles.
And then into your knees, through your hips, and your belly. Guide your awareness then through the center of your chest, the center of your throat, the point between your eyebrows, and then the crown of your head. And as you rest your attention at the top of your head, take 3 more deep, full breaths.
Bring your attention now to the boundaries of your body and into your hands and into your feet.
I invite you to hold on to all the benefits of your relaxation and your practice. As you wiggle your fingertips and your toes, keep your eyes closed, but bring your hands together and warm your hands up. And then place your warm hands over your eyes. So if you have an eye pillow, just remove the eye pillow and let your warm hands cover your eyes. Good. And that way you could keep all the muscles of your face relaxed and your eyes relaxed as you open them up into darkness. Then move your hands away slowly, letting the light in gently until your beautiful, perfect hands are the first things that you see. When you're ready, bend your knees and roll to your side. Rest on your side as long as you'd like, with your head and your neck supported. Good. And then push your hands into the floor. Walk yourself up slowly, using just your arms and your hands, and come into a comfortable seated position and let your shoulders roll over your hips, stretch up through the top of your head, and that way we could breathe deep in our belly. Let's bring our hands to our heart center, acknowledging that light within ourselves and honoring that light within each one of us. Namaste. Henry, could you throw this away?
Sure, Mom. Where does it go when we throw it away?
Let's go find out.
So we traveled to our local landfill. We followed some privately owned and professional waste removal trucks in through the scales and into the landfill. Why don't you join us? Hop on the bus and we'll go on a tour.
Here we are at Camp Kestrel at the Alliance Landfill. We're here with John Hambrose, and he's showing us what happens when we throw something away.
Our entire property here is 740 acres. Just over 300 acres is part of the operation itself, the landfill operation. All landfills are getting less waste than they did a few years ago. We're running out of space. We're trying not to take a lot because we're trying to conserve what space we had. A few years ago, the communities weren't so good about collecting newspapers, drink bottles, cans, glass. So slowly that part of the waste stream is shrinking too. So, and that's what we want to see. We don't want to waste our space on things we should be recycling. An important part of what we do here at the landfill is that we build a cap over the waste once we fill an area of the landfill. So imagine that this landfill and all those slopes you see out there are a giant layer cake of garbage. Pretty delicious, huh? And we cover the waste every day with soil so that it doesn't smell at night and so that the bears can't come here for a country buffet. And then when we fill it up, we put these 3 layers over top of the uppermost layer of soil that's on top of the garbage. So we put down this layer of synthetic felt. We put down this airtight and watertight plastic barrier that we weld together, and we test to make sure there's no air or water that can get in or out of the landfill. And then the upper layer of our cap is this material, and it's meant to protect the cap from being punctured from above, and it's also meant to help drain the slopes of water because we don't want water pooling on the landfill because that can cause erosion. Okay, over to the right's our soil plant. That's where we grind up all our rock and make the dirt we use to put over the garbage. We're going to get a great look at the garbage today. Right, I'm sorry, I meant to tell you, when we came down the hill after the turn, we're riding on top of garbage. And we're going to be walking on top of it in a little bit, yeah. Okay, here we are. This is the business. This is what you talk about when you say you're throwing things away. This is where they go. You'll see out there, if you look closely, you're going to probably see some things that should have been recycled. And I want that to be a reminder to you that we need to recycle everything we can. Now you can see that the garbage comes in on those big trucks. The trucks empty out into a big pile like the one up here on toward the front. And this truck, the yellow truck out here, we call that a compactor. That compactor is meant to squash that garbage into the landfill as tight as possible because we want to get as much garbage into our airspace as we can. Some people in the business will tell you they think that someday we're going to mine out our landfills because of all the things we didn't recycle. So if in 50 years, aluminum is so valuable that it's worth going through the waste, some people think that all the things in our garbage that won't decompose, and most of it won't decompose, would someday be something that you could take out and put into an incinerator or what we call waste energy plant and burn it to make steam and electricity. How we doing? Is everything smelling good today? No! It's not?
You're gonna die from a horrible smell!
No, that's the smell of everything you threw away this week. In most locations on top of the landfill, there's 2 feet of soil between the vegetation and the cap. And below the cap, there's another layer of soil that's the last layer we put over the waste, and then the waste is layered into the landfill, and in some locations the waste might be 200 feet deep. And as you look up at the slopes, you're going to see the gas wells that are poking up out of the slopes. Those are collecting the gas that's created as our waste decomposes. Beneath our feet is that plastic cap. This well is a long perforated pipe that goes down through that cap and down through all the layers of waste under us. We attach the well to a vacuum, and that vacuum is pulling the gas out of the waste that's adjacent to that pipe. Landfill gas is half methane, which is the same as natural gas. We're going to burn that gas to power, to create steam, to turn a turbine to make electricity. And the gas that this landfill now is producing, we know will create enough electricity for 20,000 homes every day for at least 20 years. When we put the garbage in the landfill, you know, it comes in and it's usually wet, and there's oxygen present. And for at least some amount of time, it's not capped. It's not under the plastic cap. So in the beginning, there's an aerobic decomposition process that may last for anywhere from several months to 2 years. And slowly, the oxygen is removed from the picture by the cap and the collection system, and the decomposition switches to an anaerobic decomposition. And once there's no more moisture, the anaerobic decomposition stops, and you have an inert mass just here under the cap, waiting for the future.
Is that one reason that it's so important to recycle? Because
everything,
it's just sitting there.
It's just going to be sitting here. It's going to be wasted. So,
What could we do so that less of our trash goes to the landfill?
We can repair and reuse things instead of throwing them away. We could compost our food scraps. We can recycle!
What can you do so less of your trash goes to the landfill?
Please visit us at yogajourneys.tv for more information about how you can get involved.
Yoga journeys, yoga journeys, yoga journeys.